He spent 27 years in a prison cell, and walked out not seeking revenge, but peace. From a village boy to the father of a nation, this is not just a biography. This is the legend of Nelson Mandela. From prisoner to president, a legacy that changed the world. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in the small village of Mvezo in South Africa. Born into the Thembu royal family, Mandela was given the name Role Lala, which means pulling the branch of a tree, or more loosely, troublemaker. He would later live up to that name in the best way possible, by shaking the roots of injustice. Mandela was the first in his family to attend school, where a teacher gave him the name Nelson. He would go on to study law and become deeply influenced by the rising tide of African nationalism and resistance against colonial rule. The South Africa of Mandela's youth was deeply divided by Apartheid, a brutal system of racial segregation that denied basic rights to non-white citizens, rather than accept this injustice. Mandela chose resistance. He joined the African National Congress (ANC) and became a leader in the fight for equality. Initially committed to non-violent protest, he later helped form Umkhonto weSizwe, the ANC's armed wing, believing that armed struggle was necessary. After peaceful efforts were crushed by violence. 1962, Mandela was arrested and later sentenced to life in prison for sabotage. He would spend 27 years behind bars, most of them on Robben Island, a place of physical and mental isolation. But even in prison, he never surrendered his dignity. He studied, gardened, mentored young prisoners, and became a global symbol of resistance. As the world watched, pressure grew on South Africa's government. In 1990, Mandela was finally released. What came next stunned the world. He called not for revenge, but for reconciliation. He led peace talks with the same leaders who once imprisoned him. In 1994, South Africa held its first multiracial democratic elections, and Nelson Mandela became the country's first black president. As president, he worked to unite a deeply fractured nation, setting up the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to heal wounds without hate. He stepped down after just one term, a rare act of humility, and spent the rest of his life advocating for peace, education, and human rights. Mandela passed away on December 5, 2013, but his words still echo. Around the world, it always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela was more than a leader. He was proof that forgiveness is stronger than fear, and that even the longest prison sentence can't silence the voice of justice.